Get ready, America, for this is the best of Destination Small Town, a Cluck TV production, featuring the shows that have taken Sweet Swine County by storm. The reality hit, The Real Housewives of Sweet Swine County, Sweet Swine's favorite music show, Backstage at the Commune, the tastefully done cooking segment, Cooking It Up with Betty, the always zany soap opera, As the Corn Grows, and of course, the wildly popular talk shows that share what's happening inside and outside Sweet Swine County. Which shows will you be seeing today? Stay tuned and find out right after the break.
This program is made possible in part by Swine Tales Publication, the proud publisher of Sweet Swine County maps and plat books, now publishing authors from throughout Sweet Swine County. Swine Tale Publications is now making plans for their next book tour, and they may be held in these small towns with the release of Earl Steps Out, My Story by Earl Silo. Born and raised in Sweet Swine County, he never saw any reason to leave. After all, what could be better than good old Split Hoof? Oh, sure, he's considered going to Newport for the annual running of the Pigs Festival. And he said he does enjoy a good pig race now and again. But when it came right down to it, he just couldn't make himself get all gussied up and drive 10 miles to see some other farmer's pigs race. Then he met Cassidy Davis, and she convinced him that he needed to get out of Sweet Swine and step out. She held his hand, so to speak, which got him out of Sweet Swine, but into hot water with his best girl, Clarice. But that's a whole nother story. Each of these towns are being considered for a book signing because of the information found on the best source about small towns of the Midwest. To learn about these towns, visit destinationsmalltown.com.
This program has been made possible by Purdue University, Sweet Swine County's Institute of Higher Learning, with 3 classroom trailers that can accommodate up to 9 students each. To learn more, visit sweetswinescoop.com.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Sergio Furlione. Welcome to the Cocklebur Morning Show. And joining me, as always, is the lovely Cassidy Davis.
Yes, and I'm happy to be joining you again. You know, honestly, I was a little worried after last time. I'm glad we're still on the air.
Worried about what?
Were you here? The last show.
I'm the host. Of course I was here.
Well, then surely you remember that we had no guest.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
a talk show. We're supposed to talk.
Understand.
We're talking to ourselves.
Understand.
It was embarrassing.
Ladies and
It was
gentlemen,
horrible.
what Cassidy is talking about is that last week we had a little bit of a snafu and our guest didn't show up. But
little snafu.
I thought we did fine. We did good.
We
I
did
thought
what
we
we
filled
had
the
to do.
time and
Yes.
it was a great show and the 4 people in the audience loved
They
it.
were really stuck with us. Yeah. But it was a little traumatic, and I'm thankful to be here. So.
I think we should just move on because we really have a great show today.
And a guest.
We do. We have a guest.
A real guest.
I promise we have a real guest.
A real alive guest.
Breathing, walking, talking, the whole 9 yards.
Talking would be good.
Should.
A little bit.
Here, just a sec. There you go.
Okay. Are you serious?
What?
This is correct?
That's
There's this is the one.
it. That's it. That's kind of last minute. It's all I could get.
Okay.
After last week, we really needed
It's
somebody.
an alive person.
It is.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce you from Sweet Swine County in the town of Corn Row. It's Ronnie P. Silage.
Welcome, Ronnie. Welcome.
Welcome,
It is. I am so glad that you are here this week. It's a pleasure.
It's great to be here. It's great to be here.
I
yes.
bet it is.
So anyway,
Ronnie, why don't you tell us? I heard through the grapevine that you have, like everybody else in Sweet Swine County, a new book coming out.
oh well, not just one. Oh no, not
boy.
just one. I got 2. Yes, sir. I got 2.
boy.
I got poems I wrote which has the famous bee poem in it.
Will you do the bee poem? I love the bee poem.
Well, okay.
Well,
I mean, I have
and
reservations, but I want to hear the bee poem.
What's
Sorry,
the other
give
book?
a shush. I want to hear the bee poem.
Okay, it's in Poems I Wrote. Okay, that's the first book. Second book is More Poems I Wrote, and I've got the
like government
I've got
gum for
I've
crying
got
out
the
loud. We
Ode
get
to
two of them.
Prairie Ann in this one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, it's dynamite. Okay, here we go. You want the bee poem? That's
I
your
want the bee
favorite?
poem.
Okay.
Yes,
okay,
we want
okay.
the bee
Here we
poem.
go.
Okay.
This is everybody's favorite. You know, I got this poem when I was weed whacking along on Ella's lane.
Yeah.
And all
Her
of a
leg?
sudden- her lane.
Lane.
Yeah.
Lane.
You know, her driveway. And so anyway, I'm going along there, and all of a sudden, I hit the swarm of bees. And I get stung here, and I get stung there.
Oh,
But
my God.
it inspired this poem. Everybody's favorite Ronnie P. Silage poem.
Can we hear it?
Yes, the bee poem.
The bee poem. Okay.
Oh, bee, when you stung me, I realized how hurtful the world can be. People love that poem. People love it. It's in that book right there.
See
That
it?
book.
Aren't
And
you glad?
the Ode to Prairie
I am so
Ann's
glad
in
we
this
heard
book.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Ronnie,
Ron-
I have
Ronnie,
to ask.
Ronnie,
I have
right?
to ask. Now you brought up Prairie Ann. I have heard that maybe the books are just kind of like an elaborate love letter to Prairie Ann. Now, is that true?
Well, you know, every great artist has his muse. I mean, think Keats, think Yeats, think Elvis and Priscilla, okay? And so,
Elvis
you
is
know,
good.
Prairie Ann has always been my inspiration, and she inspired every page in these two books.
If I read these two books, what am I going to learn?
But the learning opportunities in these books are endless. I'm telling you, I like to think of them as a guide to life. How to live a life as Ronnie P. Silage would.
To get them
Ronnie.
both.
Everybody. Ronnie, I hate to interrupt, but there's only like 2 poems in each one of these books, and the rest are kind of like doodles.
Yeah, I'm a multifaceted artist.
It's like a manuscript. I mean, it's,
Are you insulting my artistic sensibility
Oh, no.
of the poet laureate from the great institution, Purdue University? Are you insulting me?
I would never do that because I'm just glad you're here.
this is a talk
I
show,
am-
and
I am-
we don't try to insult people on
I
the
am
talk
just
show.
glad he's here. I like to have the guests here.
All right.
I know.
Thank you.
Thank
I'm so
you.
sorry.
Thank you.
Well, maybe you could tell us, Ronnie, a little bit about. I noticed you have a couple of shows on KLUK TV, the
yes.
Ronnie Stinger Show and the Wheel of Travel
Yes,
show.
Wheel of Travel.
And our audience may not know, but I've heard they're really not doing that well.
Oh, well, that's some pretty strong language. Now we've had a few problems, yes.
As
yes.
we have on this show, we know what those problems are like.
We've had legal problems, and we've had angry guests, and we've had angry writers, and the set fell apart one day, and then when we started the pilot for the Wheel of Travel, my co-host shows up pregnant.
Can't she be
How pregnant?
What?
Well, did you guys know she was pregnant? I had no clue she was pregnant.
Why would I know
walks
she was
in,
pregnant?
She's pregnant. Since those so-called scandals, I've had more requests for my poems than ever in my career. In
Really?
fact, I'm having 2 readings at businesses in Sweet Swine this week. I'm going to be at Clem's Feed Store and Harriet's Cut and Curl.
Lewis, write that down. I'm going to go and hear the bee poem. Again, yeah, thank you. Okay.
Harriet's, right? Harriet's?
Yeah, Harriet's, over at Harriet's. So anyway, but you know, the whole central aspect of my poetry is inspired by Prairie Ann. And of course, in my second book, More Poems I Wrote, I have the Prairie Ann poem. You want to hear the Ode to Prairie Ann?
I bet you
should
do.
read the
I bet you do, because
I
I know
do.
you're a
She
romantic
loves
at heart.
romantic.
You know,
I
just
do.
a romantic
I'm
at
a
heart.
romantic.
You haven't got to memorize. You got to.
This, well, you know.
Okay. All right.
Look.
Sorry.
Okay. Okay. Ode to Prairie Ann, it's called, okay? Oh, Prairie Ann, your giddy-up got me from the get-go, branding our hearts for the ages. perhaps we should be put in cages, as together we,
a little bit.
like the corn, grow and grow and grow.
Wow. I mean, wow.
Thank you, thank you.
Settle
thank
down,
you.
people. Settle.
Yeah,
Please
people
settle.
love that poem too.
Ronnie.
And I love it because it's for Prairie Ann.
Have you ever considered maybe writing poems for other ladies out there?
Well, I'm
Talk show hosts,
I'm
ladies?
pretty busy with a lot of stuff, and Prairie Ann has always had my heart, so I kind of have to reserve it. In fact, I just sent her signed copies, 50 of each of the books,
Oh, wow.
poems I wrote and more poems I wrote, and I sent her 50. I think she's gonna love getting
You
those.
sent one person 50 copies?
I sure did. I sure did. It was just about the whole first printing,
Wow.
but she
that's,
deserves it. She's Prairie Ann.
And you really can't maybe write something, for Cassidy? Maybe?
Well, we can talk about it when I get done with some of my other ventures. I'm a busy man with my
I heard.
with my shows and my various inventions, and I'm really for Sweet Swine County. I'm the Renaissance man.
I've heard.
Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of inventions,
Yeah.
Yeah.
didn't you come up with that something on a hot dish on a stick?
Yeah.
That was you.
Yeah. We don't. Yeah. Okay. my.
What exactly was maybe the failure rate on that?
Well,
hot
failure
dish?
is another strong word. You're using a lot of strong
Yeah,
words
people with
here.
the
It was
stuff
pretty
all over
popular,
their
and they loved it in
mouth
Paris.
and all over their
But anyway,
hands.
I really can't say. My legal counsel says I have to stay hush hush on this one.
I
Okay.
see. Well, this is a talk show, and
Okay.
Sometimes the issues.
Oh, I
are-
suppose Sweet Swine needs to know.
Sometimes
They
the
do.
issues are hard. We appreciate your candor.
Well,
yes.
okay, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you letting me come here and air some of this.
Yes, and thank you for coming. It was wonderful to have such a great guest.
It's a pleasure, and it's been great to be
is,
here.
it is.
I mean, where else could I mark it? Poems I wrote and more poems I
That's
wrote.
right,
Here,
that's it.
I signed one for each of you.
What?
So there
Oh,
you go.
thank you.
And there you go.
Thank
This has
you.
the romantic poem in it, so
just
you
for
love
you,
that.
just for you.
But
Yeah.
also,
What do
I
you
want
think?
yours, Sergio. Thanks.
Folks, I'm sorry, but I think we're out of time. And
Already?
I think we're out of time,
Oh,
and
it's so
it's time to
fast.
move on. But
Well, it was fun. It was interesting.
It was
and
fun.
I really want to
Yeah.
thank Ronnie for joining us
Oh,
today.
no problem.
You are an
Whenever,
excellent,
I
excellent guest.
love getting gussied up and coming here.
And you
You were
fielded
great.
a lot of tough questions, and you
did.
handled them very,
Really
very
good.
well.
Well, thank you.
We
Yes,
appreciate
well,
your honesty.
Those of us in the public spotlight
Yeah.
have to answer the tough questions,
true. Cassidy, would you like to take us home?
I sure would. Thank you for joining us for the Cocklebur Morning Show, where we weed out the big stories throughout Sweet Swine County and beyond. Bye-bye.
Get ready for a website like no other. A website where you will find stories done by reporters, tourists, and celebrities from Sweet Swine County. Yes, I said Sweet Swine County. With nothing happening in their county, they decided to do some stories about the businesses and points of interest located in their neighboring towns and counties. Take a unique look at life inside the small towns of the Midwest by visiting DestinationSmallTown.com.
This program is made possible in part by Swine Tales Publication, the proud publisher of Sweet Swine County maps and plat books, now publishing authors from throughout Sweet Swine County. Swine Tale Publications is now making plans for their next book tour, and they may be held in these small towns with the release of My Slow Descent from Hollywood to KLUK TV by Sergio Furlione. Born in Italy, he immigrated to the United States early in his career. With over a dozen films to his credit, Hollywood readily embraced his directional style. Within a year, he was working on a monumental project with some of the top talent in the business. With 2 Oscars for direction under his belt and more than a few starlets on his arm, he experienced an unparalleled degree of success. After his second marriage to the darling of the silver screen ended, he found himself searching for the meaning in life. Then, after a series of unfulfilling love affairs, he met and married the love of his life, only to have happiness slip through his fingers when his wife was forced to enter the witness protection program during their honeymoon in Paris. It was this event that would change his career and his life path forever. Leaving the bright lights of Hollywood behind him, he found himself moving to Sweet Swine County to work as the creative director for a small market station, KLUK-TV. Each of these towns are being considered for a book signing because of the information found on the best source about small towns of the Midwest. To learn about these towns, visit destinationsmalltown.com.
Who are these people and what are they doing? Well, they're talk show hosts, tourists, celebrities, and reporters from your neighboring county of Sweet Swine. Yes, I said Sweet Swine County, and they're sharing what they've learned about the businesses and points of interest in the small towns of the Midwest. Learn all that they learned on destinationsmalltown.com.
Get ready, because now you can watch the zany soap opera that tells the story of the citizens of Sweet Swine County who live and love as the corn grows. The show gives viewers a tongue-in-cheek look at life inside Sweet Swine County with a lovable cast of characters who bring new meaning to the word corny. Now on this station and the World Wide Web.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of The Real Housewives of Sweet Swine County. As you remember, last time the Lefse ladies each paid Elmer Plow a visit in hopes of finding their own plowing through life path. Today, it's Lawyer Ed's turn to try and steer the ladies to the fast lane of a lucrative financial freeway.
Lawyer Ed, there's a bunch of Lefse ladies here to see you. That's Lefse ladies, dear. Check that. There's a bunch of Lefse ladies here to see you.
A bunch of them. That sounds like bananas there. How exactly how many are there?
1, 2, 3, 4.
4. Well, it's kind of like a small army. Maybe we should use the conference room and then turn on that camera, that new camera, so we can a little surveillance on that, because we may need that.
Sure thing, Lawyer Ed. Ladies, if you would just follow me.
Oh my. This is wow, it's big showtime. Time to entertain 4 ladies. Wow, I haven't done that in a long, long time. That's good. Wow, there's some things you never forget, Oh, Lawyer Ed, don't ever die, you handsome dog. Oh, look at that. Maybe I should give him a little bit of a break. Here, I'll move it. How about that? There's no sense in turning this into a sport. For God's sakes, they'll find this irresistible. That's all there is to it, While I'm here, I'm thinking maybe I should use that new prescription I got. 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah. Here it says, take pills 20 minutes before activity. That should be plenty of time. Yeah. And if the pills are still reactive after 4 hours, go to the emergency room. Must be some of their benefits at the emergency room. Yeah, well, it's all in the place where you work. Well, ladies, here it comes. One more glance at this. Oh, you are a killer. Ready to go.
Are you sure about this Lawyer Ed fella?
Yeah.
This looks like no lawyer's office I've ever seen.
Well, I hear he's the best. He helped my cousin Irving out. He helped him get a 6-figure settlement when that manure truck, it rear-ended that plow last fall. Don't you know?
Good gracious.
Well, that's good to know, because I sure can't say much about his decorating.
Say, would you all stop your chicken clacking around here and concentrate? We gotta be on our toes. This is our future we're talking about, okay? Okay. All right, and I want you to be watching, because I've heard about this Lawyer Ed. Yeah. He's quite the smooth operator.
Oh, ladies. Why don't we go ahead and have a seat?
Okay then. Okay.
Well, now, maybe we should do some introductions now.
Edna.
Edna, okay, Edna.
Helga.
Helga, very nice. Helga. Marta. Good job.
And Johanna.
Johanna, all right, good.
Mm-hmm.
Johanna. That's a very pretty name.
Thanks.
Well, I can see that you all are in show business, and you must be a quartet. Is that right?
Oh no.
Johanna, get a grip on
Oh
yourself.
heavens no.
Lawyer Ed, Edna, Marta, Johanna, and I are the Real Housewives of Sweet Swine County. It's a new reality show on KLUK.
Oh, right. The real housewives, not the fake ones.
No.
All right, do you all have husbands?
Well, it's kind of a requirement, don't you think?
Yeah, not for me, but
You know, I think we're a little bit off task here.
Married.
So we're here
Married.
because we have this reality show, and we are having trouble with our contract between us and the Cousin John. We need your legal help.
okay, good. Well, we can move on to that. Do you have the contract?
Well, you see, that's the rub. We had more of a handshake and a nod agreement with Cousin John.
Handshake and a nod.
Yeah.
Do you have any witnesses to the handshake and the nod? Any witnesses saw the handshake?
No, there
Come.
was 4 witnesses. Us. We were the 4 witnesses. Is that not okay?
Oh, that usually doesn't work out well. It's going to become one of those you said, she said, they said, and pretty soon it just doesn't. It doesn't have any way of going forward, and it doesn't have any legs for a workable thing here.
Marta, be quiet. He's thinking.
He's thinking.
Oh, well, tell me everything. Tell me the beginning, everything that happened with Cousin John.
Well,
I'll make some
the way
notes.
I remember it is, we had just brought a batch of our world famous lefse and gave it to Cousin John.
Lefse.
Lefse.
Yeah.
Lefse. You know, that is why God made flour and sugar and butter and cream. Lefse, here, try a little bit then.
I'm in this situation. I've started taking this fruit juice cleansing program, and I can't eat anything solid until Tuesday evening. Yeah, so that's
well, then.
Poor thing.
I'll take some.
Yeah, I feel bad for you. You know, you're just
why
going
don't
to
you
have
help
to.
yourself too?
You're going to have to take our
thank
word
you.
for it.
Have some.
You're going to have to take our word for it because honestly, if you don't ask me, that's the best thing for your taste buds. Yeah.
Let's try that.
Yeah.
Delish.
Well, let's get back to this deal, shall we?
Okay.
I think Cousin John had just finished his 3rd batch of our lefse. And then he said,
Third batch.
you gals ought to have a TV show of your own.
Yeah.
I remember there was talk of a brand new kitchen with all the modern doinkies a girl could want.
Okay, all right.
And then I think we shook on it then, and then we left, and we called up Sergio Ferrolini.
Yeah.
You know, and he's the one. He's that KLUK creative director
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
And he set us up for our first shoot.
Yeah, he sure did. And then we had that
First
first
shoot.
We did. We had the first episode, very successful, don't you know? And it went ranked very high in those Nelson Hansen Olsen ratings. It sure did. And we had sponsors waiting up down the line,
sponsors.
all the way down the street with sponsors. Yeah.
And sponsors. That's interesting. So you had the hit, and you had the pilot, and sponsors all in. How much did you get paid for this?
Zilch.
Nada.
Nothing.
Not a 10 dime. And then he had the gall to come down and tell us, he says, why did you let Sergio do that first shoot?
Well, he tried to say that there was no contract. That handshake was just a friendly goodbye.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the trouble with these handshakes, you know. It's handshake and a nod deal. You know, they just never work out. Did he say anything else? Let's go back to the very beginning and see what else he said.
I think there was a phone call in
Phone
there.
call, okay.
Yeah.
That's
You know,
I remember that. It
You
was
know
like
what it
a
was.
white ball.
Yeah, I just did.
And all of a sudden, he says, You can have the set. You can do your show.
Yep.
But we have to share the set with Betty Thompson.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Betty Thompson.
Betty.
Yeah. Picture that.
She's my neighbor. She had some plumbing problems, and I offered to share my shower with her. She said she doesn't share. I mean, disappointment.
Well,
Yeah.
okay then.
Well, and what did he agree to pay you this time?
150.
150. Okay, 150 each, right?
Oh no, it was $150 for all of us, and then
All
we
of
spent
it.
$50 just on our props and our food alone.
Right, right.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's $25 each.
Yeah, ain't that a kick in the head?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's a
And that Betty Thompson, did she try to share with you?
No, she
Yeah.
did not want to share with
Gosh,
us.
no.
Let me tell you.
She's not the sharing kind of woman.
No.
So you know her.
I do
You know her?
yeah.
Yeah.
Not as well as I like to, but. No. Well, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to schedule a meeting with cousin John. And when I get through with him, I think he'll be begging me to let him let him sign you for a contract, a nice 6-figure contract. I think would be something appropriate.
Six
This time.
figures?
Yeah, 6 figures. Yeah.
Wow.
Don't act surprised.
Six of them.
You know, this show business. This is in my blood. You know.
But what if cousin John says no?
Yeah.
Then we're back to doing the pheasant hunter's ball and the sweet swine picnic and
Well, you know, he's not going to say no. No. Who's sponsoring this show now? Is that
Oh, yeah. Well, I think there's Clem's Feed
okay?
and
Clem's Feed.
Erickson Auto.
Erickson
And then
Auto.
there's one more. Do you remember?
Turkeys over at the high horse.
Oh, that's who it is. Turkeys.
The three brothers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that good?
Well, that's very good. They're rolling in though. They're
that's
they're
good.
well off. Welcome to the big time for this year.
So now how much is this going to cost us?
Oh, don't worry your pretty little heads about this. Lawyer Ed is on the case now, and it's going to be good.
With Lawyer Ed on the case, what could go wrong? Join us next time on The Real Housewives of Sweet Swine County.
The lifestyles led in the small towns and counties of the Midwest are like no other. But we seldom hear about the points of interest and businesses located in these towns. Well, there's one TV station that's made it their mission to make sure the stories of the small towns of the Midwest are told, Cluck TV. That's right, Cluck TV, located in the neighboring county of Sweet Swine. See all the towns that are covered on KLUKTV.com.
This program has been made possible by SweetSwineScoop.com, the online magazine that keeps Sweet Swine County citizens informed on what's happening. For if it happens in Sweet Swine County, it's news to us. This program is made possible in part by Swine Tales Publications, the proud publisher of Sweet Swine County maps and plat books, now publishing authors from throughout Sweet Swine County. Swine Tales Publication is now making plans for their next book tour, and they may be held in these small towns with the release of How to Be Jealous of Yourself by Prairie Ann. Born with a total package and surrounded by jealousy her entire life, Prairie Ann shares her personal rise to the top as Sweet Swine's hometown sweetheart. Prairie Ann has thrown off the yoke of pure envy, theirs, not hers, and has put her vast wealth of knowledge in this tell-all book. Each of these towns and their businesses are being considered to hold a book signing because of the information found on the best source about small towns of the Midwest. To learn about these towns and their businesses, visit DestinationSmallTown.com.
Get ready, because our culinary expert and, dare we say, wine aficionado beyond belief, Betty Thompson, is preparing some tantalizing dishes for us on her show, Cooking It Up with Betty. In the midst of cooking, our dear old Betty does join her What's Cooking reporters traveling throughout our story country. Now, on this station and the web.